Hello and welcome back, guys. And this is Series Top 2021-18 speaking here. Welcome back to another YouTube video. And today I'm going to show you a very special video, and to all my subscribers and to all my public viewers and also to everybody at the focus group at YouTube. So I'm going to showcase all of you guys of my custom 20-inch BMX sporting utility Sport Blue, and I'm going to show you all the showcase around itself and whatever it got. As you can tell, that I turn on my lights under the glow darkness. As you can tell, that the lights are already sparkling everywhere. And basically, out of itself, I had this project done. I had this bike customized and basically, well, somewhat a project, but it's not like a project basically. But I basically had this done for like 2 weeks back. But even though it did took some time just to like put the lights by the frame, but everything else was all quick and done and easy. But it actually, but as soon as like I finish this up, it comes out to be like really customization. And it comes out as like, this came to my mind saying, oh, I wonder if I can get this on a public video transport, which I will, and I will do this. I will do this as of right now officially. So, as you can see, I got all the lights turned on. Like I said before, the magical lights are reappearing. And first of all, I'm going to talk about the lights in the bottom. Even though they look like underglow lights, but they certainly are, which are they're designed and made for it. Even though they have like 3 different settings. So we got one I got turned on that are whites right now. And I got the other ones that are very colorful. And then I got the other ones that are very hazardous, flashy lights, even though with the white pairs on them. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So I already went around 360 once again. I'll go to the bottom. Now I could really tell that it's like nice and shiny. The bike is clean. The rims looks nice and shine. And then you can see that the middle frames are blinking. But this one right here, this is what it kind of like debunks me a little bit about, because sometimes so like over here, because I don't know if you can tell right here, you can see in this I don't know if you can see where my finger is pointing, that this bolt right here, when I first bought this, and the bolt was like very so condensed and like very pitchy, and it doesn't like have very suitable enough once it comes out of the factory lot. But still, it still managed to tighten it though. But every time when I drove there, when I first bought it and I first drove it, it tended to be like sliding all over the place. But even though it's just that the bolt is not, like I said, it's not suitable. Even though it's the like factories didn't make this job well for it. So it ended up what it ended up happening, because before I put this on this side only, because I put it over here where my finger is at. No, yeah, right here, where my finger is at. And as soon as I pedaled it, I accidentally went on the chains. It put it by near the chain spot where it actually clipped it for the first time, and all of a sudden it just snaps off as soon as I rode it for about like a 1 minute, 2 minutes straight. After once it completely snapped off, so the chain came off, and all of a sudden I couldn't drive it no more. And as soon as I first thought I couldn't drive it, and I could able to drive it back. But even though this chain is well durability and it can last forever lasting, but well made of a kind for anything else. But even though, especially I retain it, even though I maintain it, it still runs nice. Even though you maintain it, it actually runs better. So basically, out of here, you can still see it, but even though the light's kind of interfering a little bit, but it does not too much. But if it's white lights, if I put it to colorful lights, it kind of like dims out a little bit during the daytime. When it comes to nighttime, it kind of goes very glowy, catchy. So So without further respect, but still it can actually work out, even though it covered half of it, but still you can see there's a light right there where my finger's at. So with that being said, I'm gonna go show you instead of the I'm gonna for that being said, I'm gonna show you from the white lights now to the colorful lights right now time being. Now as you can see, I turn on the colorful lights. Now I can see now they're changing colors right now. But this one stands out even more because now you can really see that this changed from a rainbow. It changed from every single different colors instead of like red that's coming up right now. Instead of red, greenish, neon green, or bluish. Instead of like anything, all those colors, it changed from rainbow colors automatically. But still, even though it saves up your times, it can actually stands out brighter even more. And you can see it runs really nice. Well, if you take it out, if you can see, like if I ride this, it will actually like start spinning like very magical shows coming around towards you. And like you can see right here, like I talked about here, it kind of like dims a little bit, but not too much. But you can still see like the glowing aspergle uh, brightness speck of light glowing appearing around the concrete and the asphalt itself. So, but it looks nice. It's really fun to drive it, even though you turn on the colors. So, and it actually runs like pretty well. Pretty well, I will say. I won't, no doubt about it. I won't be a lie to this, but this actually does really well its job. So it's coming from a colorful light, and it comes into a flashing hazard lights. Now you can see, now it's even brighter than before, than the glowing lights. Now you can tell that they're all scattered as the white ones are, and including the back here as well. That it still stands out, even brightness better than before than the white ones are. But still, it takes out nice and profanity, and it gets a really light magical appearance. But even though from the light from the bottom, kind of similar to my headlight too. So if I turn this on, it turns on all greatness all year, all greatness around. But still, it gets like every time you drive this at night, it gives you everybody seeing you as a reflector, and it gives their attention a lot of times. But still, they may get distracted from the bunts of the every agricultural or light being given. So, without that being said, now let's look at the interior of my bicycle. Now here's the interior of my bicycle. Now I can tell right away. I got my blue handlebars here. These are kind of wear out a little bit. These are like a couple years old, and it still stands out even good still. But you can tell the difference because my hands have been sweaty a lot once I even rode in. Sometimes I like pushed it a little bit once I first even given. But still, it still gives out nice. There's no doubt about it, but it still wears out, but it kind of matches the bike. And you can tell here, I got a bell tone right here, cycling tone. And I got a phone stand here where it holds your phone from the clip end from the bottom to top, including my handling tape right here. And also I have the control panel for the lights here too, so if I turn this off, there's a switch button right here. There's a switch right here, so if I turn this off, it turns off, and I turn it back on, and it turns it back on. And that's the only simple feature that I get. So the only feature I have is just the phone stands, the handling tape, winding handling tape, and also the bell tone right here. And including my speaker, since I put music for blasting my music, in case you guys check out my music that are well intensifying and some calm ones, and including my brakes too, which they're a little bit chipped, but still stands out even neater. But talking about this bike, even though I attached to this, the handling does great. It does great itself. But the speed wise is perfect. But it may slow down a little bit, but the speed is perfect. perfect though. But I know you can tell that there's missing. It's a missing cable, and I have a cable right here because we had this bike had cable issues. Right now it has like cable issues as of right now because the front tire won't even spin freely because of what's been happening, and plus these are very defective and old at the same time. But I'm getting new ones I'm getting new ones coming in, and so once I do like a review, writing this around, and you can tell the only difference you're going to see the brakes are going to be modified change or modified change depending on how the bikes will stand out itself from all time being around. So yeah. So that's with that said. So this is all my showcase right here from my custom bike, and I really like it. And it's fun to drive it at night, even though especially owning one is great. But if you find these underglow lights in the bottom are happening around here, you can find them around Walmart, you can find them around Target, or near a bicycle shop nearby. And also something like whatever it can bond into, you can bond into anything like this as well. But these are not part of bicycle accessories. These are part of like outdoors appearance. But still, these outdoors appearance can still work depending on the height and everything else it got itself. So if you're like me, you might really see them around or not, but still, even though you can like polish and design it, even though depending on your likings, choices, it still takes what it got to be from here and there from so on. So, all right, guys, I'm going to end this video here, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Have a wonderful day, and you have a great one out there. Alright, and I'll see you next time in a near future on my channel. Bye for now.